Hello everyone, this is Mike at Play Favorites. We're a friendly neighborhood toy store located in beautiful Front Royal, Virginia. And today, I am here to teach you how to play the game which I have played more than any board game in my entire life. It is my favorite board game, and it is called Carcassonne. Carcassonne is a game for 2 to 4 players, ages 7 and up, which takes between 30 and 45 minutes per game to play. It's especially good with 2 people and also a lot of fun with 3, 4, and 5 people. Here's how to play. In the box, you'll get a scoring track, which has numbers going from 0 through 49. Each player is going to get a set of 7 of these little wooden people, also known as meeples. You're also going to get lots and lots of tiles. The backs of all of these tiles are going to be gray with the letter C on them. One of the tiles is going to have a black back, and that's going to be your starting tile. Now, on the face of each of these tiles, you're going to have a combination of a few different features. You'll have cities, you'll have roads, and you will have fields, as you see right over there on that tile. So let's take the starting tile, put it face up right there in the center of the table. Now, the goal of Carcassonne is to score the most points. By the time the game is over when all of these tiles have been played. How do you score points? Well, you will score points by completing cities, completing roads, and building fields. How do you do that? Here's how. Every turn, you're going to flip over a tile. Let's look at what we just got. This tile over here, you can see it has one long city and there are fields on either side of that city. You're going to take that city and you're going to add it to the board. Now, just like as if you were doing a puzzle, a field must touch a field, a city must touch a city. It's kind of all got to line up as if, edge to edge, as if you were doing a jigsaw puzzle. So I'm going to take this city over here, attach it to the little piece of city that's already on the board on the starting tile. And now, after I have placed a tile on my turn, I have the option of taking one of my little wooden people and putting him down on any part of the tile that I just placed, and only on the tile that I just placed. So I'm going to take my little green guy and put him down on that city. Oh, and I forgot, at the start of the game, each player should take one of their little people and put them down on the 0 space on the scoreboard. Now, so I just took my little green guy, put him down on the city section of the tile that I just placed. Then it's the next player's turn. Yellow. Yellow's going to take a tile. This one also has a little patch of road and a whole bunch of city. A little patch of field and a whole bunch of city. Yellow's going to just put that over there and start a city of their very own and place their man in it. So on and so forth. We keep on going and turning over tiles and placing them. Now, if you look over here, this piece has an end cap to a city right over there on the bottom. What I'm going to do is take that, put it into my city, and now I've completed my city because it is completely walled in. When you finish a city or any feature, you get to take your little guy back. Then you score for that feature that you just completed. So I just completed the city, and the city is composed of 3 different tiles. So I score 2 points for every tile that is part of that city. So I score 2, 4, 6 points for that. Aha! But if you look at that tile that was in the middle, there's a little shield on it. That gives me 2 bonus points. So I score 2 points for every tile that's part of the city. That's 6 plus 2 points for the shield. I get to move my little green guy to the 8-point space on the scoreboard. Now, roads will score very similarly. When you build a road, let me find some road tiles here. Here we go. Here we go. You will score 1 point for every section of road that is on the road that you own, which means that right here we have 1, 2, 3 roads. The road dead ends at these villages that you see over there. So if yellow had a man on that road when it was completed, yellow would get to take their man back and move their little wooden guy 1, 2, 3 spaces along the scoring track. Now, it's very important to use your little wooden guys. So whenever you put a tile down, you've got to think, is it worthwhile to put my little wooden guy down on that tile because you will only score points if you have a man down on the feature that you complete. So you can build the biggest city in the world, but if you don't have a person in that city, then you're not going to score any points. There are also very tricky ways that you can try to steal things from another player. So if yellow sees that green is building a huge city, they can sneakily try to get more little people into that city than green has, and then whoever has the most people in that city, or the most people on that road, or the most people in that field, when it is completed, that player is going to get all of the points for it. If you have an equal amount of little wooden guys on any feature when it's completed, then you split the points. Now, fields will score a little bit differently than roads and cities. When you put a man down in a field, you lay him down in the field, which shows that he is there for the rest of the game. When the game is over, which is when all of these tiles have been used, you count the number of completed cities that are touching that field that you have your guy laying down in. Every completed city that is touching the field that your guy is laying down in is worth 3 points. So if I laid yellow down over here, there's currently 1 completed city touching that field, that's 3 points. If there were 4 completed cities touching that field, that would be 4, 8, 12, 16 points. So you can score a lot of points by putting your guys down in fields. At the same time, they're there for the whole game, so it's kind of risky to place them, because once again, you can only score points if you have a man down on a feature when it's completed. So part of the strategy of the game is not wasting your guys. You always want to have 1 or 2 in reserve to capitalize on groovy scoring opportunities. So that's Carcassonne. It's a really, really easy to learn game. As the box says, it's for ages 7 and up. That's pretty young for a strategy game of this level. What I love about it is that every game is really, really different, because these tiles are always going to come up in a different order. And also, despite the game being pretty simple, there's a whole lot of depth, and you're going to keep getting better and better and better at it, and developing new strategies and wanting to try new fun ways to play the next time you play. Yeah, that's Carcassonne. I don't really have much more to say about it. It's my favorite game ever. If you visit Play Favorites, I will be happy to play a few rounds with you and show you the rules in a little more detail. This is Mike at Play Favorites. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Toodles.